stitches. So today we are going to do a fly stitch. I've already started with the trunk and just done a stem stitch down the centre, so you'll be able to follow that along. So we're going to come, just thinking where I'm going to start here. I'm going to have a, yeah, okay. So I'm just going to put my starting stitches in. Again, two little tiny stitches that you won't see. They probably look bigger on the camera than they do in real life. So for a fly stitch, you can either start with a stalk, or you don't have to. I'll show you another way of doing it. So I'm going to come down one long stitch, okay, and then I'm going to come up. Back down, opposite my stitch. I'm just going to look for, I'm just using the end of the pencil, paintbrush I mean, don't know what I've done with that. And then I'm going to come up at the bottom of that starting first stitch. I'm going to come up through there, all the way and pull. And that is your first fly stitch, and it starts to look a little bit like a fir tree. So I'm just going to make a, I'm not going to make it as long as this one. Another stitch, come out to meet that one, and again try be opposite. I might have to get rid of that little knot because I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. I come up the bottom of that stitch, hook it over my needle, and pull. Okay, so I'm going to make one big stitch. Hold on to your working thread, come down opposite, pull that out of the way, and come up in that stitch and pull. And probably just do one more there. Oh, have I come unthreaded? No. So I'm going to come back across and back up. Now to finish off, I'm going to go down over the stitch. It just so happens that I'm going to go over the stem stitch as well. Okay. So let me just trim that off there, so you can get a full. Okay, so I am going to start again at this side. I'm just going to carry my thread across because it will mean that I'm starting and stopping too often on the turn over. So one big stitch, and then you can come up oh goodness me, just re-thread my needle. down opposite, and then come back up the bottom of that stitch and pull. Okay, so we're going to make another big stitch, come up, down, okay. Oops. I'm going to try and get enough stitches, so I'm going to use this piece of thread to the bitter end, see if I can get it. I'm going to come down into the fabric, back up at the bottom of that first stitch, and I'm going to go back down, come up, back down, opposite it, and I'm going to come up at the bottom base of that stitch, and we are going to go back down just to secure it. Okay, I will secure these threads at the back, but my next stitch will be over here. So just do a securing stitch, and I've drawn lines where I want my branches to be, because I wanted them evenly spaced, but if you're an experienced stitcher you probably don't need to do that. So I'm going to come slightly in and start my stitch again. I'm going to come back up through the fabric, back down, just unhook that. So you've got one big long stitch, then you're going to come up again to one side, go down opposite it. I'm going to come down, I'm going to come out a little bit just to make it look a bit more realistic. I don't know why I'm trying to make it look realistic, I'm sure. Then I'm going to come up at the base of the first stitch, all the way down, and you've made like a little V. So then I'm going to go back down, make a stitch, come slightly. If you're going to do it there, it'll be a different stitch, so just make sure you come in slightly off, slightly behind yourself, directly. Okay, back up at the base, and back. And secure your stitch down. Okay. So I'm going to go carry on with this all the way to the top. When I get to the top, or near the top, I'll come back and I'll show you what I'll do at the top. Okay? Okay, so I'm back and we're at the top, and I'm just going to do one little fly stitch in here. Okay, so you want your stitch, then you come up, down, up at the base, make sure your thread's hooked over your needle. And then go back over that to secure it, and then just here I am literally going to just do a start with a stitch at the top, just come down a little bit into my stem stitch. Ooh. And I'm going to come across, just pull you down a bit up at the base of that first stitch, and I'm just going to tuck it over and secure it, and that's it. Again, just get rid of my pen, and that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I don't think it needs anything else. I think that looks really super. Okay, so I'll see you back tomorrow for the next tree.